Hey guys, so Star Wars Rebels. Now, Star Wars Rebels is a new Star Wars show that's gonna be shown on Disney XD soon enough, and it's made by the new Disney Star Wars. You probably already knew this if you clicked on this video. So if you ask me, Star Wars Rebels is a little childish. I mean, it definitely is childish, especially since Disney themselves admitted that this is targeted for a younger audience, like 6 to 12 or so, mostly younger teens and children. I myself am a teen, but I don't really enjoy this kind of childish behavior. So the slingshot is absolutely fucking retarded. I mean, who the hell came up with that? You have to be an idiot to think that that's cool or appealing to anyone whatsoever. I realize that they do this so that kids will want to buy a slingshot toy, but it's absolutely ridiculous. What kid would want a laser slingshot? Kids think it's much cooler to have a lightsaber or some kind of blaster. And as you can see, even in episode 4 in the beginning, when Leia is found by a few stormtroopers, they use a stun, the stun setting on their blasters.
There's one, set for stun. Inform Lord Vader we have a prisoner.
So, if you wanted something that's non-lethal, just give the kid a stun blaster. It's not that hard. It's been used tons of times before. Not only in the movies, but, in the expanded universe, which, yeah, I know, is uncanon, sadly, right now. But, still, they could easily implement that. So the characters, what do I think about the characters? Well, Kanan seems to be alright. Just stop calling him the Cowboy Jedi, that completely ruins it. But he seems to be a cool enough character. Likeable, maybe the only likeable one. He's not annoying or anything. I don't know, I haven't seen too much of him yet, obviously, since the show has yet to air, but he seems good enough. So Ezra the kid. So Ezra apparently is this kid that can use the Force, but doesn't know he can use the Force. And he's just discovering that, and Kanan is supposed to guide him. What do I think about this? I think Ezra's annoying, and it's ridiculous, and his slingshot. What the hell is up with that? I don't like that. I don't like Ezra in general as a character. He makes like these forced comedy remarks all the time. It's not even funny, it's just stupid. I wish they'd had made him a little older. By a little older, I mean at least 16 years of age or so. And they gave him an actual fucking blaster instead of that slingshot thing. Which is just, as I mentioned earlier, ridiculous. Now Sabine the pink Mandalorian. No, I don't like that either. I mean, really, did you guys really have to make it pink? I understand she's a girl and all, but it seems just so typical Disney princess, And just the graffiti, that's just beyond, I hate it. I hate it so much. It's so unnecessary and just stupid overall. Especially just, like, they don't even explain where she got the symbol from, like the Phoenix symbol. It's just, I don't know, because it was in the movies, right? But the movies happened later in the timeline. So, in the EU it was Starkiller's family crest, Galen Marek, but no. So it doesn't even make sense for her to really be using that symbol. And second of all, really, you're like in the middle of a stormtrooper base, and you take out your spray can, and you think it's a good idea to spray paint some TIE fighters like nobody's gonna come straight after you or something. It just seems ridiculous. Also, I hate how stupid all the stormtroopers are. They're all mentally slow or something. It's just incredible to see them all run around like they all don't have any clue, like they're completely oblivious to all their surroundings, and they don't know how to deal with anything. It's like they've never been in a real life scenario before, and this is like their first time living so everything's new to them. Oh my god, she hid! That's incredible! I've never seen anything like that. And it's just stupid to watch, because you know that in real life no one would react like that. So there's the droid chopper, and a lot of people actually complained about the moody droid. It's a stupid idea. Personally, I actually like it. I have nothing against it. It seems like a I don't know if it's a cool idea, but it's a nice idea. It's good enough, and I really have nothing against it. Just I don't know. The moody droid. I don't really know what to say about it, but I kind of like it. I kind of actually do like it. It seems like a nice change of pace, because all droids are, like, supposed to be obedient and all. And if you think about it, it is a little stupid, because the whole point to have a droid is for your droid to follow orders, right? So even if, they said that this is supposed to be like a really cheap droid, doesn't follow orders well, but that doesn't really make sense. You'd have to actually program it to have, traits like laziness and disobedience. So that wouldn't be just, cheap making. That would actually be like a function. But if you ignore that, if you don't think about that, it's not so bad. It's actually a pretty good idea. I like it. So Zeb, the new alien guy. I kinda like him, I guess. I mean, he looks like what Han Solo was supposed to be, just, like reskinned, because Han Solo was originally supposed to be like a green alien monster. If you saw the Dark Horse comics, if you read them, the Star Wars Dark Horse comics, it's like the original script for Star Wars, and Luke is like an 80-year-old general or something. And it's just okay, I guess. It seems a little mediocre. I guess it could potentially be a good character if they write him well. But so far, all I've seen is the typical, like, brute guy, kinda. He just like comes in there, bashes a few stormtroopers on the head, and it's nothing special, really. It's not too bad. It's not something that I'm terrified about. It's not something as bad as, like, Sabine or Ezra, which just totally kill the entire show. So Hera, the pilot. I don't have any complaints about her, honestly. She seems to be fine. Overall, I don't have any complaints. She seems to be cool. I like the fact that Star Wars, in general, they like to make the whole crew human, usually. And, they have quite a few aliens in this cast, so that's pretty nice. But Hera seems like a good match for Kanan, and also like she could be a pretty good leader. So that I actually approve of. I like, Overall, I really don't like the tone that they're setting, that, oh my god, the evil empire is out to get everybody, and everybody hates the evil empire. That's just beyond ridiculous. Because, at this point in time, most stormtroopers were still clones. But, a lot of people were conscripted. A lot of people enlisted voluntarily to fight for the empire. A lot of people believed in the empire. You can't just outright say, you can't just make everything black and white. You can't just have this completely 100% evil empire. That's beyond ridiculous. No faction in history has ever been 100% evil, Not every Nazi was a Jew-murdering piece of shit. A lot of them just wanted to fight for their country. And a lot of German soldiers weren't even Nazis. So my point is that you can't just completely say that everyone in the Empire is evil. Now, if you're trying to set the tone that everyone in the Empire is evil, which of course I don't like, but, if you're trying to do that, wouldn't it make sense to have these guys at least killed, right? Like, show that the rebels are actually trying to fight them. and, you know, hurt them. But no, all they ever do is just, like, knock a few on the head and move on. Like, that's all. They never actually do shit. They don't sabotage anything. Yeah, they help, like, a little fruit merchant or something every once in a while, but that's, like, nothing, and that's not exciting at all. And all they do is, like, they stun these guys, and then they go, yee-hee, hip hip hooray for the rebellion, and then they leave. Like that's just fine. It's just kind of ridiculous, you know. And it's stupid to see all these stormtroopers go, oh no, the rebels are coming, and they just get, you know, knocked out by these little kids with their fucking slingshots. You know, the most elite force in the Imperial Army, the stormtroopers, right, can be fucking knocked over by kids. It's just stupid, unrealistic, and if they want to get a mature audience, an audience of anyone older than 13, they need to include actual deaths, actual meaning to the plot. You know, if you're just gonna stun a few guys, there's no meaning to it. There's no tension. There's no tension at all. There's nothing. But like in the Clone Wars, and a lot of people hate the Clone Wars, but I actually don't. I just don't like the first season. But you know, second season and up, it was actually pretty great. In the Clone Wars had a lot of mature plots. It actually had a lot of not mature content, but my point is that the plots felt relevant. There was a lot of tension, things made sense, and you could feel that a lot of characters were morally ambiguous. A lot of characters were outright evil, of course, but a lot of characters weren't outright. Like Ventress, for example. She was, yeah, you could say she's an evil bitch, but then you find out about her origins, then you find out oh shit, it's not entirely her fault. Actually, it isn't her fault that she's this way. And you find out exactly how fucked up her past was and why she is the person she is now. And this is a welcome change. It's a welcome addition to the show, because it adds layers to the show. It makes it more realistic, more believable. There's more suspension of disbelief, and it just overall makes the show a ton better. Alright guys, that's all I'm gonna say about Star Wars Rebels. I hope they don't mess it up. My hopes aren't high, but hopefully they won't mess this up.